Hi, this is Tim with Faithfully Growing, coming to you with another growth moment. And today I'm going to share a reflection from Bishop Michael Curry, the Presiding Bishop of the Episcopal Church, where he talks about how you have to love yourself before you can love God and others. And here's what he says. I've come to see that the call of God, the love that bids us welcome, is always a call to become the true you. Not a doormat, the true you. Not an imitation of someone else, the true you. Someone made in the image of God, deserving of and receiving love. There's a Jewish proverb that says, before every person there marches an angel proclaiming, behold the image of God. Unselfish, sacrificial living isn't about ignoring or denying or destroying yourself. It's about discovering your true self, the self that looks like God, and living life from that grounding. Many people are familiar with a part of Jesus' summary of the law of Moses. You shall love your neighbor as you love yourself in Mark 12:31. Yourself. Loving the self is a required balance. If we fail in that, we fail our neighbor too. To love your neighbor is to relate to them as someone made in the image of God. And it is to relate to yourself as someone made in the image of God. It's God up, down, and all around, and God is love. The ability to love yourself is intimately related to your capacity to love others. The challenge is creating a life that allows you to fulfill both needs. I've seen it happen enough times to be confident in saying it. Perhaps loving others saves us from the confusion, the frustration, and ultimately the neurosis that comes when we try to center the world around ourselves. Or perhaps it allows us to step outside the self enough to see ourselves with some distance, for a better perspective of what's missing. Or maybe, when loving ourselves is hard, practicing loving others strengthens the muscle enough to turn the force inward. Love is a commitment to seek the good and to work for the good and welfare of others. It doesn't stop at our front door or our neighborhood, our religion or race, or our states or your country's border. This is one great fellowship of love throughout the whole wide earth, as the hymn goes. It often calls us to step outside of what we thought our boundaries were, or what others expect of us. It calls us to sacrifice, not because doing so feels good, but because it's the right thing to do. God's love is everywhere, in all things, and that includes you. So I hope that this was encouraging to you as much as it was to me, and I just encourage us all to love ourselves so that we can love others. And so I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And please feel free to reach out to me if you have questions or comments at the email on your screen. But thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to what lies ahead as we all continue to faithfully grow.